I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm saying I tried. And when the bass hits your chest, you wish you would die. I ain't trying to confess, I ain't trying to lie. Cause I'm a real dude, I'm a real dude.
I'm a real dude, I'm sorry dude, I'm just not like them other dudes. The thing that you're doing, dude, is coming across real rude.
Kia ora, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Fitzone Files. Today in the studio, the Fitzone Studio, aka the head office, we have Crystal Marshall. Hello.
Woo.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's great. All right. Making her debut on a podcast. So we'll get straight into it. Oh no, we haven't got Killcliff, but we do have. I was gonna say it's Friday night, but it's not. But we'll say it is Friday night. We're having a beer, so it's all good. You got a gin, don't you? Cheers.
Cheers.
All in moderation. All right. Cool. So maybe you can first start off with, because obviously you're a staff member, with what your role is at Fitzone and what you do and that sort of jazz. Go.
Me. I'm the area manager for Fitzone NZ. So I originally started as a part-time worker, worked my way up to being full-time, and then was the club manager and now the area manager. So my job entails handling all the social media. Goodness me, sorry. Sales. It's funny when you a bit to do with culture. What else do I do, Lenny? Yes, marketing, everything marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do quite a bit of it, like a bit of
Oh, processes. That's another big
everything.
part, actually.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the next bit we'll do is the classic questions that I never write down and I forget some. But the first question is burpees or running a marathon?
How many burpees?
1,000.
Ooh, I think I have to go with 1,000 burpees, to be honest.
Instead of a 4-hour jog?
Yeah, because my feet don't handle running very well, even if it's 1 kilometre, so I can't imagine
Okay.
40.
Right. Not many people. Oh no, Calder said both. 'Cause he done both. That's cool. All right. Cheap meal, cheap feed. What's your favourite go-to bad thing to eat?
Anything that has cheese is my jam. Cheese
Right.
and butter is the go. So pasta's a good one.
All right.
Like
good
a real
cheesy,
bad
buttery pasta. Sounds good. Favourite workout song?
Ooh.
Told you I'd put you on the spot.
Oh, you did. I'm just not very good with names of songs. To be honest, anything. I don't know if I have a specific song.
Artist?
I know I'm kind of crazy, but I don't listen to music when I work out. So artist, genre is kind
Okay.
of.
We'll go genre. We'll make it super general.
A bit of D&B is the workout jam. Something quite intense, I think, is what gets me
Something
through.
full on.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Cool. So what we'll jump into now is, like, where were you born? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? All that sort of jazz. Go.
Cool. I was born in Morrinsville. Grew up in Te Aroha. My mum and dad were living in Te Aroha when I was born in Morrinsville. I was prem, so I was born in Morrinsville, but then went to Hamilton for a bit. Grew up fully in Te Aroha and went to school at a few different schools there.
Yep.
Just around like little local ones and then little rural ones, and then went to Hauraki Plains, so we went to Kaihiri School for a bit, Hauraki Plains College for a year, and then came to Matamata College in year 10.
Right, so there's a bit of moving around.
Yeah, mum and dad were share milkers, so we shifted around quite a lot.
Yes. So what got you into, I guess, health and fitness?
So I did do PE and everything in school, but then when I was 15, I think my friends were going to the gym, Fitzone, when it was back at the pools, and they asked me if I wanted to come and try it out, and I did, and then, from there I pretty much got signed up, and was going regularly with them every morning before school, which is cool.
Awesome. So how'd you end up getting a job?
Well, I was currently working at a florist, and I was... Where was I on the day? Oh, I was doing the breast cancer street appeal in Tito, and then Mum rang me and said, hey, I'm at the races with Lenny, and he thinks that you could be quite suited for a job here. And then she was all super duper excited because it was
Yes.
super exciting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love Fitzone so much. I haven't even thought about how I could potentially work there. And it was really cool. So then I texted Emma or Lenny and said, or you, and said,
It was me,
that I was interested.
You're interested.
Yeah, got an interview and got the job.
Yeah, so basically me and your parents were just yarning at the races drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's how that
History.
happened. Yeah, and then you text me, and then I said, I was real hungover when you text me, but yeah. I said, yeah, come in for an interview. I can't remember what happened. Now I'm just making stuff up. I can't even remember. Cool. So then you came on part-time, right? So you were doing, Saturdays and stuff like that?
Yep, so I was I get confused between, I was at Chi and Te
you went to
Aroha.
Te Aroha, because we needed someone out there, that's right.
Yes, so I was kind of in Matamata, kind of in Te Aroha, and then it got to the point where I was in Te Aroha and I think I was already full-time, or I could go full-time, and Emma gave me the option to be in Matamata or Te Aroha.
Yes.
And I lived in Matamata, and I really liked the gym here as well, so I was like, I love them both, but I was like, it'd be cool to be in Matamata, and then it kind of worked out that my manager at the time left not too long after that, and I got the opportunity to
move up, to be the team leader. So how long were you team leader, or pretty much running the Matamata gym for?
Ooh, like a year, I think.
Cool, that's pretty fast, though.
Yeah.
You must have been pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Either that, or we're real desperate. No, that's sad. That's cool. And then, how did you move from being a manager into the role you are now, which is area manager / marketing, social media, and other stuff?
Yes. I think it was when we were a bit into. I kind of remember when we were.
No, isn't it? I don't carry on.
When we had got we were kind of well into having Paido. Oh, it was when you guys had babies, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, yeah. So when Lake was it when Emma was pregnant with
Yeah, at the near the end of the pregnancy with Lake. That's when we stepped you up into basically the original plan was to take her role over.
Yep.
Sorry, my seat's just stuck on my headphones. Oops. It's going to ruin the one good headphones. I don't even know why I'm still wearing them. But, so then she wasn't really available. Obviously, she was about to have a child. So you kind of took over most of her role, really, hey?
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. So what happened after that? At the time, did we have Paido at the time?
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Yeah, we had Paido. I don't think it was. I'm trying to think because I think I've been with Fitzone now in total for 4 years, but I get a bit confused as to when I had the changeovers.
Yeah. So 3 gyms. So what's probably the most challenging thing you've found in your role so far?
Ooh.
Bear in mind you don't want to throw your workers. Or your boss.
To be fair, without throwing any specific people. I don't know how to. I guess the
you
most.
Already started to. You might as well
No, I
throw them
haven't.
under
The most challenging thing is definitely if you, and not in terms of specific people, but if you have people that aren't, I guess, in line with the purpose of the company, that's super duper difficult because you can't really, be as successful as somebody that's going to be on board with that. So if we have people that don't care about, people's health and fitness, then it's just not going to work out very well. But
Yes.
Luckily at the moment, I think everybody does, which is real cool.
Yeah, sweet. So it's basically like with most things, it's people is quite hard.
Yeah.
Quite a hard job, eh?
Yeah,
Hard but rewarding at the same time.
100%.
Sweet. What else? What's the best part of your job? What's the bit you enjoy the most?
Ooh, there's a few. Definitely, I guess in this job, I've kind of gone through the different ones, but in this job, it's definitely seeing the staff grow. Especially we've had some people from when they first started, that were super, terrified for certain things, but then now they fully embrace that.
Yep.
That's really cool. And I think because I know I went through that myself, and then I fully appreciate that, and am I wouldn't be the same person today if I didn't have all those learning opportunities. So I think giving people those learning opportunities and then them also, realising that. And it's really, really cool, especially, I love it.
Cool. That's probably a bit I love about my job too. It's pretty cool seeing people go from, even like yourself, Like, you know, you wouldn't even, you started off just a member and then, not just a member, as a member. And then ended up, you're pretty much running the company, so it's great.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, yeah, so you also have your own little side thing, Ziva Roya. Do you want to explain to people what that is and give it a little plug?
Yeah, a little plug. So I run a little side hustle called Ziba Roya, which means beautiful dream in Persian. And that's just making dream catches, doing macrame. I'm currently just starting to do some workshops, which is really fun. And yeah, that's my Instagram is Ziba NZ, and my website is zibaroya.nz. And we could probably add it to the
It'll
YouTube
be linked.
link. So
Yeah.
check it out.
Proudly sponsored by Ziva Roya.
No, it's real fun. It's kind of been a really good. I'm lucky at work because I get to have a good creative outlet with obviously doing the social media and everything, which is super cool. And then it's just another level to that, being able to do some crafts.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I swear I had a lot more questions.
You need to write them down.
No, I don't need to write them down. I go off the cuff. It works fine. That's what I need to ask. Yeah, so what about with your own training? What do you prefer to do? Like, what are you mainly into? What's some of the craziest stuff you've done?
Okay. Definitely prefer to do heavy weights. That's my favourite, is just doing like low reps heavy weight. Is my jam. I think that's also my jam because I've found that's what's gotten me the best results. Like when I've done that sort of training, that's when I've like seen the results that I want to see.
Yep.
Craziest stuff I've done training. To be fair, some of the HIIT workouts I've done have been like kind of mad. I did do. That's probably kind of crazy. I did one of my goals at work. So we set a yearly goal.
Yes.
Every year, hairy, scary goal, so something that's out of our comfort zone. I couldn't really swim at the time, and I wanted to learn how to swim, so I set the goal to do a triathlon.
You did.
Which wasn't a super crazy goal, and I had a whole year to get there, but I only, the triathlon was in a lake, and I only swam in a pool.
Nice heated pool.
Yes.
Covered.
Nice and flat, and I could touch the bottom. So it was quite different to the lake that I attempted to swim in. So that was quite crazy, I guess, actually, to be fair. But it was really cool, and it was a good learning opportunity that I should have swum in lakes prior to the triathlon.
What was your main takeaway from doing that goal? Doing something like that?
Definitely that you can, I guess, with time and persistence, you can achieve like the big hairy scary goals that you have. So there's a lot of things that you obviously think they're a bit, and it was terrifying. Like the first day I went in the pool, and there was no lifeguards out there, which is probably bad for swim zones. There was no lifeguards, but I was so glad because there wasn't going to be anybody that could see me like fail miserably at trying to swim. So that first day was like petrifying, and I just remember like attempting it, and then I ended up getting swimming lessons with Graham. So thank you so much, Graham. It was so helpful.
Oh yeah, I forgot you done that.
Yeah, that was real cool. And I think just as an adult,
which is a good idea.
Oh yeah, as an adult, most people know how to swim, so it's just a bit of that like worrying what people think about you and everything.
Yeah.
But just with obviously working on that, I did learn how to swim again. Like I had learned as a kid, I just obviously hadn't kept up with it. And then and it was pretty cool. Like even at the end of the day, I battled to swim in a lake. I could still do, I think I did the amount of length that I needed to do, fully in the pool, which is cool.
Yeah, so you had the distance under your belt.
Yeah, and
just
I
maybe not the choppy water and the cold and the tunny fires in there.
And the lesser, no bottom.
Sweet. I think you've done something else crazy too. I think you remember you done that CrossFit comp with Hums and Gabby.
Oh my gosh, yes I did. Oh my gosh, yes.
Without any training?
Yes, yeah, that was really cool. So Hums and Gabby and Dave were doing a CrossFit comp, and then they needed someone to like jump in last minute.
Who pulled out?
Yes.
You tell the people who pulled out.
Renee pulled out. And I needed to jump. Well, they needed someone to jump in last minute, and to be honest, I was actually super keen to do that. It was real cool. That was lots of fun actually. I really enjoyed that. The only issue that I had there that was quite a bad issue. It wasn't too bad, but I was like, I could do pull-ups. I could do like lots of pull-ups. But then obviously my pull-ups, well not obviously, but my pull-ups were like, to the chin and back, back up just above my head. But then in a CrossFit comp, it's like a full like,
release, and
so I kind of failed that for the team, but that's all right.
That's all right. You done well. I went and watched, so I didn't partake. but it looked great.
It was fun.
It did not look fun.
It was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's cool. What about a bit of family life? So we touched slightly on where you're from and where you grew up in that. So what makes up your family like? Brothers, sisters, all the rest?
So mum and dad and an older sister, Justine. She works at Starfish here. She's a social worker. And then I have a younger brother, Jamie, and he's in Hamilton. He's studying to be an accountant.
Nice.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
what about all your animals?
All my animals, yes. So, sorry, I didn't say mum's a hairdresser as well here in town. That's Dad, a great hairdresser, and Dad is a farmer. He's a what's it called? Contract milker.
Contract milker.
At the moment, yeah, which is cool. But yes, and all my animals. So my partner and I, Brayden, have a bunny rabbit, Doug, that Brayden got me for my birthday. He's my pride and joy. One of my pride and joys.
Brayden is or the bunny rabbit?
No, the bunny rabbit.
Oh, sorry,
And Frankie, our cat. We've had her for a couple of years now, so yeah, love her as well. And then heaps at mum and dad's, like we've got Louie and Rosie and Bella, all dogs, and then we've got Kitty and Charles as well. So I've always grown up with lots and lots and lots of pets. Like as a kid, we had heaps of cats, always, and then dogs as well. To be fair, I think we had 4 dogs at one point, and then all of one of the girls' puppies. So we've had a few litters of puppies and kittens as kids too, which was lots of fun. So yeah, at one time we had like 12 dogs and 7 cats.
12 dogs?
Yeah. Well, with the puppies, so I guess.
Oh, okay. I was going to say the food bill will be up the gate.
8 puppies.
So that would have led into like some of the volunteer work you do, right? So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So I volunteer at the SPCA in Rotorua. And yeah, that's really cool. So I guess my love of animals has kind of sparked that up. And I was looking at doing some volunteer work overseas at the time. But then I was like, well, I don't want to, there was a few reasons. There was a couple of reasons I couldn't go overseas. One of them was that it was like 3 months to do it. And I was like, oh, it's a little bit tricky with work. Like I could probably make it work, but I didn't really want to at the time anyway. And then my nanny was like, well, you could just volunteer at the SPCA in New Zealand. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. They didn't have anywhere available, any positions, I guess, available.
Locally?
Yeah, anywhere closer, which is all good. So I still go there every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday, unless I'm hungover or something. I tell them, though, prior to nights out, yes. So it's not like I'm pulling out on the day. But, yeah, and that's really cool there. So if anybody does ever want to do that as well, I think they still need people in some of them. It's real, you do, clean up poos and litter boxes and all that, but then you get time, just the other week I was feeding puppies out of a bottle, which was really, really cute.
That would be pretty good. That's
very rewarding.
Pretty sweet gig.
And I haven't bought myself any pets home yet, which...
You've done well, actually.
Yeah.
I thought you'd bring one home every week.
Every week I say, Brayden, there's a cat there that I really love, we could, but our cat is, Frankie's, too...
Possessive?
Yes, so basically we put her above other cats, but there might come a day where she has to,
step down from the throne.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's really cool that you're doing that too. It's awesome. So if anyone else wants to help out, and there's a ride going every Sunday.
Yeah, I know, and it's cool. It's lots of fun. It's very therapeutic, actually, to be fair. It's one of those things too, because I do it on a Sunday, it's kind of like, sometimes your Sunday you want to sleep in and, chill out. But then whenever I'm there, I'm like,
And once you've finished it, you'll feel good.
Oh, yeah, hard out. And it's actually quite nice going for the drive as well. And I normally get something like Wendy's or something while I'm there. So.
Oh.
Something we don't have here.
What are you hitting at Wendy's?
Oh, to be fair, I try and change it up. I haven't found the thing yet that I get every time.
They do a baked potato, is that them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one of them. I wasn't as into it, but I think I just got a bad flavour, so I want to try another one. But Burger Fuel was also there, and that's one of my jams. I get the sea and cheese.
That's bloody good.
So good. Or just chips with what are they called? Sputter fries with aioli.
Yeah, bloody. Oh. Burger Fuel go well in Masamata, I reckon.
Yeah, hard out.
Cool. Now I had something specific. Yeah, I need to start writing this down. What was it? So with training and all the rest, I guess it is kind of like, what's your why? What what do you get from
Yes.
training and going to the gym? Not necessarily just the gym, but exercising in general. Like what does that mean to you? What do you get from it?
Yes. Well, 100%. I guess just like good endorphins is probably the main thing I notice. Like I really, really, really notice if I haven't trained in a little while, like I get grumpy, like instantly. Like I'm just like, why am I so grumpy and just angry? And then I'm like, oh, it's probably because you haven't trained. And I think just feeling like more confident as well, and just I guess proud of yourself. Like it's one of those things where you're always like, oh, good job, you went for a workout. Whereas if you're not, you can start to get a bit like, oh, you haven't gone for a workout, you should, etc. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. Also, I don't think I would enjoy not having like the strength that I do now. Not that I'm like super strong, but I wouldn't probably not having. I'm not super strong.
You're pretty strong, mate.
But yeah, not having that and like not being able to do basic. Even just like helping, like if we're like shifting house or something, being able to be like one of the boys, It's not always boys, guys. The girls can help. But
it's like that lady who wanted that stuff moved next door.
Yeah.
And then she's like looked at all the girls, and then she's like, no, I needed a man. She came upstairs and she's seen me and the powerful workhorse I am, and she's like, oh, he'll do. So I helped, but it wasn't even that heavy. Yeah. But women are very strong.
Yes. But yeah, and definitely just the feeling. And to be fair, it's probably quite social for me as well, because I always train with someone else or with a trainer, so it was a good catch-up time as well. And
I like that. I like that approach.
Things. Yeah.
People give me shit because I talk too much when I train, but
no, it's good.
It's social as well.
Yeah. I have some great work buddies. Yeah.
You got to have a rest. You're looking at about 5 minutes rest in between sets.
Yeah, like 5 sets.
Right, okay. I think that's it. I don't know what else have I got. We need to start putting up who's coming on and get people to put questions in. Should have done that. Well, there you go. We're like creating stuff as we go. That's what we do at Fitzone. Cool. What's in the future for Crystal Marshall?
Ooh.
Could be good. Don't say you're leaving, because I'd have to cut the thing and it'd be awkward.
We are trying to buy a house.
Yes.
That's probably one of the bigger ones. Not like, I guess actually to be fair, kind of as soon as we can. It's just a little bit tricky at the moment.
Yes.
I think the deposits are going up, and then there's a few things that kind of come into that. I'm a gambler, so you got to rein that in, and I have Afterpay and all those things. We got to tidy it all up.
Yep.
So that's kind of the main first step, and then. After that, we don't have 20% at the moment, but I know that you can build and stuff still. To be fair, I need to still check with the banks and stuff about
if anyone wants to donate, what's your TAB account? Because if you donate to that, then you can triple it, and then, more to the deposit.
I'll take it, and then I'll triple it, and then I'll give you back what you donated.
Whoa. Guaranteed.
No risk.
No risk. Zero risk. Cool. Well, I think that's enough. We don't need to keep manufacturing stuff. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for having me.
That was good. There should be a couple of funny bits in it, and I'll snip that out later and share it on a story. But thanks for coming in. It's been good to hear your story. So that's another episode of the Fitzone Files. Tune in next time for the next person we haven't organised yet. But it'll be great. But thanks, Crystal.
Cheers.
I ain't saying I'm the
Are you playing your thing?
And when the bass hits your chest, you wish you would die. I ain't trying to confess, I ain't trying to lie. 'Cause I'm a real dude, I'm a real dude.
I'm sorry, dude, I'm just not like them other dudes. The thing that you're doing, dude, is coming across real rude. See, you just acting tough, I ain't gonna call your bluff. You just a waste of puff, you ain't got the stuff. And by puff, I mean air.